Hi, folks. It's Keith Beardsley here with a market update for the communities of Metcalfe, Vernon, Kenmore, and Carlsbad Springs. Let's see how they're doing. Now, one of the first things people do ask us when we meet them is, how is the market? And well, the best answer is the market's normal. This is a normal market we're in. This is your regular Ottawa region market. Now, houses always sell a little bit faster in the city than in the country, something that country sellers have to keep in mind. There's just fewer buyers out here. So conditions have changed a little bit too now as we move into the fall. So if you look at what's important out there, well, if you're selling, we're back to what it was before, let's say between 2015 and 2019. In other words, before the pandemic. What was important then is important now. Number one, location, location, location. Your location is absolutely crucial. What are the buyers looking at? Well, now they have to go back into the city to work, a lot of them. So it's one of the questions is, how far? What's the traffic like? What's the access to the highways to get me into the city? They're also looking at things like, where are the stores? Where's the hospitals? Where's daycare? Daycare is a big one if they're going back into the city. So there's lots of things that buyers are looking at. What are your neighbors like? If you're sitting next to somebody that's got basically a junkyard, you got a problem. Buyers are very fussy, and they have every reason to be when you consider what they're going to be paying for a mortgage. So number one, definitely location. The second item of importance, price. Absolutely essential in this type of market. You look at what the buyers are paying. The buyer right now, the average buyer is paying somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 a month for a mortgage. That's an awful lot of money. So the buyers are being exceptionally picky. They're looking at everything about that house, and they're trying to bring up a list of positives and a list of negatives. Do the negatives outweigh what they're going to be paying for that mortgage? Or can they live with what that issue is? So keep that in mind. Location and price, absolutely essential. Sellers have to be pretty brutal with their price expectations because buyers aren't just going to give it to them. There's just no way at all. Now, another thing that you've got going that the buyers are considering, condition. What is the condition of that house? If you're paying $3,000 or $4,000 a month mortgage, you don't want to have a whole lot of things that you have to update or extra things that you have to add or fix something. In COVID, that didn't matter. COVID, the buyers were desperate. They were paying anything and buying any type of house in any condition. Those conditions are gone. So keep that in mind. And of course, for the buyers who are watching this, don't get silly. Yes, there will be a house out there for you. May not be on the market today. You may not see it for another week or so. You'll find one that you're going to like. But when it comes to put an offer in, be serious. Don't waste that seller's time with a real lowball offer because they're not going to take it. And now when you come back with a second offer because you think you really do want that house, you've got a ticked off seller who really doesn't want to deal with you. So both sides, sellers and buyers in this type of market, and this is the market that is your traditional Ottawa market. Both sides have to be realistic and play fair with each other. Otherwise, there's not going to be a deal made. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers for these communities. So starting off with Metcalfe, let's see, 23 sales this year, so they're up 35.3%. Part of that is due to the new home builders in there. They're sort of pushing the market a little bit, which is good for Metcalfe. Average price in Metcalfe right now is just over the 800,000 mark. Now that is higher price than what you would normally expect in Metcalfe, but again, that is those $1 million homes that are going in. But even with that, the average price in Metcalfe is down 1.8%, all right, compared to this time last year. Months of inventory, that number that tell us essentially how long it's going to take to sell every house in the Metcalfe region, and which will also tell us if it's a buyer's or seller's market. So in the case of Metcalfe, it's 3.8 right now. This compares to 2.6 last year at this time. So the market there has slowed a little bit. If we look at Vernon right now, 5 sales so far this year. That is down 16.7% from this time last year. Average price in Vernon so far this year, 549, 380. That is down 14.7% from this time last year. And the months of inventory in Vernon, 2.2 months, and we were looking at 1.8. So there's your difference. In Metcalfe, we have essentially a balanced market at this point. Vernon is still hanging into that seller's market. If we look at Kenmore, number of sales, 3 so far in this MLS district. This is down 25% from this time last year. Average price, 548, 333. So that's not a bad price in there, although it is down. Okay, months of inventory in Kenmore is 4. So that's a balanced market compared to only 1.3 months last year. So the Kenmore market is definitely slowed. If we look at Carlsbad Springs for this year, right now, 11 sales so far this year. So they're up 22.2% in sales volume compared to this time last year. The average price right now in the Carlsbad Springs area, 597, 591. So that's down about 15.3% from this time last year. The months of inventory, again, how long it takes to sell. So the months of inventory right now is 2.7, up slightly from 2.1 this time last year. So still hanging into that seller's market. Either way, although it has shifted a little bit towards a balanced. I hope that has answered some of the questions about the market in your area. And if there's any way we can help you out, we're happy to do so. Always happy to answer your questions, even if it's on an area that maybe we didn't do here, right? Sometimes people have areas that they're interested in outside of the ones they live in. We do offer a free market evaluation for those that need it. It's no pressure, no arm twisting, no strings attached. Give you an idea what your house is worth. And if you need to go on the market, happy to help you there too. I'm seniors real estate specialist, seller specialist, real estate negotiation expert, certified in all 3 categories. Plus, been doing this a long time, some 21 years, so know what we're doing and know how to help you out. If you're interested, give us a call, 613-552-0851. You can also go into our website, www.beardsleyteam.ca. You can message us from there, and while you're there, take a look at all of our 5-star Google reviews. Keith Beardsley of the Beardsley Real Estate, wishing you a good day.